Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, B'Chakwadash. Yahweh is named Heavenly Father, meaning He is, He exists, He to be. Ba'in, Hada, Sham, name, Yahweh Shai, be named Living begotten Son, meaning He deliver, He saves. Chakwadash, Holy Spirit, double honors unto the apostles and elders, great most in the well, peace and blessings unto the elect of Israel. Shalom and the Papa of all. Back at it again with another lesson of the Spirit and power. Yahweh Bashim Shai, Lord willing, the video is edifying. Okay, and as you know what the day is, January 16th, so-called Martin Luther King Day. Okay, and a lot of jakes, they celebrate this as if it was a high holy day or something. And really, just to cut it straight, man, Martin Luther King was a false prophet. Okay, he was wicked. All right, the Lord was not dealing with him. Okay, as far as on the right hand side. And, people pretty much deify this man, okay, and hold him in high esteem and high regard as if he did something so special, and so profound and beneficial for us as a nation. But really, he did the exact opposite, and he knew that, okay? He understood that. And really, this dude is a sellout, man. Okay, Martin Luther King was a false prophet sellout, all right? And here it is right here. This is a screenshot of an article from a quote Martin Luther King, so-called Martin Luther King, because his name originally was Michael. All right. But then his name got changed to Martin Luther when his father got exposed to the teachings of Martin Luther. All right. Because there was another Martin Luther in history, which became before Martin Luther King, which is where you get the philosophy of Lutheranism. All right. If I'm not mistaken, it's like a form of Christianity. All right. But nonetheless, point being, this is what he said. So it says, Martin Luther King Jr. talking to Harry Belafonte. I said, "What's the matter, Martin? You seem very agitated." He said, "Well, I am, because I've come upon a thought that I don't know how to deal with at this moment." I said, "Well, what is it?" He said, "We fought long for integration. It looks like we're going to get it. I think we'll get the laws," he said. He says, "But I'm afraid that I've come upon something that I don't know quite what to do with. I'm afraid that we're integrating into a burning house, man." Okay? Right. And that's exactly what it is. And America will indeed turn into a burning house. America is the lake of fire. The lake of fire is the nuclear missiles that's going to hit this place, man. All right, but basically he's saying he's integrating his people. He's leading his people to destruction because he wants to mingle among the heathen, man. All right, and he had to learn that shit the hard way. And Martin Luther King was a sellout. He wanted to, switch sides. And, by the time he was switching sides, it was too late for him. They took him out, man. Okay, and who was he integrating with? Who was he rubbing elbows with? Esau, Edom, the devil. Here it is. You got this guy, Martin Luther King, all right, taking a picture with one of the Rothschilds, man. All right, with Rothschild goes back to a red child or red shield, and that's exactly what Esau is. And the Rothschilds, they are the elite banking families, man. The ones who run, the one who the Lord has given dominion over the planet Earth, really, their family. Okay, so he's a sellout, man. It says, when you realize that the Rothschilds funded the MLK civil rights movement, you begin to get a glimpse, well, I guess they meant to say glimpse, of this whole social science experiment. Domination, power, and control is rarely gained through war. Recognize the distractions. So here it is. Picture of MLK, goddamn sellout, man. Okay. So this is Ezekiel 13:4. "O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in deserts." And that's exactly what this man was. Slick and sly. All right, God are deceiving our people, making them think that, their way is the right way. But definitely it's not. Okay? Rubbing elbows with the damn devil, man. Okay? This is Psalms 106 and verse 34. "They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them." All right, this is talking about, in the past with our forefathers. But see, the Lord didn't want us to get all mingled up and be all in fellowship with these heathen nations, man. It says, but we're mingled among the heathen and learn their works. And that's right. And that's what this dude was fighting for. Integration. I have a dream, right? You wanted to make Israelite children dwell with Edomite children and heathen children dwelling with Israel, right? That's what you wanted, right? And now look what happened to our people, man. Okay, Jake is all drunk off the Babylonian juice. And this was according to the will of the Lord, so this had to happen. But guess what, Martin Luther King? You're going to have to bear the blood for this, man, along with Esau Edom. Okay, and you other devils that had a hand in this, because he wasn't the only one pushing this. He had a whole entourage behind him. And matter of fact, his right hand man was a sodomite, man. Okay, why MLK's right hand man, Bayard Rustin, was nearly written out of history. Bayard Rustin was an indispensable force behind the civil rights movement and openly Sodom. Okay, here's the link for it. You know, I'll put it in post-production, Lord willing, if the Lord allows. All right, this is from the History Channel, man. So Martin Luther King wasn't just rubbing elbows with Esau Edom. All right, the biggest fucking Edomite devils there are in existence. Okay, and I know that could be potentially debatable, but nonetheless, is damn near at the top. All right, the damn Rothschilds. Come on, bro. Okay, but nonetheless, not only was he rubbing hands with Esau Edom, the Rothschilds, he was also rubbing hands or rubbing elbows with a sodomite, man. And this man, Martin Luther King, potentially could have been a sodomite, man. Actually, he probably was a sodomite, man. Okay? Ain't no way you getting up on that level with the Rothschilds and, you know, they ain't bending you over, man. But nonetheless, Jake is all caught up on that Babylonian juice. Proverbs 12:26 says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. And that's exactly what happened. Jake got seduced by the ways of the wicked. They got seduced by the ways of the heathen. Now they're going to get judged like them. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, starting at verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. That's right, and that's what Esau Edom does. Here it is. He'll feed Jake his philosophies and his way of life. Then when Jake is all messed up and strung out, Esau wanted to point the finger and be like, look at you, you're naked. You know, and nakedness represents shame unto sin. Okay, so basically, you know, Esau, he's making our people drunken with his ways and then wants to point the finger at them like he's holier than thou. Okay? And that's what it is. Jake gets all caught up with this system. Jake gets caught up with the ways of the heathen. All right? Because, you know, they got mingled amongst their works, man. But see, when we were separate as a nation, like during the time of Jim Crow era, during the time of segregation, you know, Jake really was doing a lot better. But when we started to link up and rub elbows with Esau, Jake started to deteriorate more and more. You know, and this had to happen according to prophecy. All right, but at the end of the day, you know, hey, this just goes to show you that this is the end, man. Okay, and the Lord, he's lifting the skirt on all this stuff, man. All this stuff that we once thought was the right way when we were growing up in Babylon, the Lord is lifting the skirt up on all of this, man. This picture alone is an eyebrow raiser. Okay, this quote right here is an eyebrow raiser. So if he said this, man, and all you people who worship this man, you should question, why did he say this? Because he understood that Esau Edom was the damn devil, man. Okay, but he was a goddamn sellout for filthy lucre's sake. All right, and really, this is a one world agenda, a NWO type of vibration. You know, link up all the people together. That everybody should be as one people, right? That's like the Tower of Babel. But see, the Lord is for separation. The Lord is for segregation. Okay, even the tribes have different segregations and lots, okay, amongst the nation of Israel. So how much more the heathen? Okay, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, meaning his philosophies, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Talk about Esau Edom, who enlargeth his desire as hell, because this devil can never be satisfied. Esau wants everything. He's greedy. And is as death, right? Esau is as death, man. Everything this devil promotes is death and destruction. Okay, and he is the harbinger of death, like they said in that movie, The Planet of the Apes. He brings death, man. Okay? It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all people. It's like, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what Esau does, man. With his NWO, his one world agenda. He wants to heap up everybody together and make them be all under Esau Edom's satanic vibration. Let's get a precept to back that up. First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers into Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they shall follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they shall profane the Sabbaths and festival days. You see? So, hey, Martin Luther King, his ass was probably one of the leading dudes when that was happening, you know, back in the reincarnation. I speak as a man, okay? But nonetheless, you never know, okay? It says, and pollute the sanctuary and the holy people, all right? It says, and set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. You see? So, point being, you know, you had even some of our people who were getting caught up in the ways of the folly of the heathen, man. Just like how Martin Luther King getting caught up with the folly of the heathen back then. And you got our people who still worship him to this day. And, you know, they even gave this man a statue, okay, in Washington, D.C. They gave him a so-called holiday. And damn near every area where you see is Martin Luther King Boulevard, Martin Luther King Road, Street, so on and so forth, is a goddamn cesspool of niggas, man. And hood niggas, man. You know, wild bulls in the net, as the scriptures say. Okay? And there's a lot of demonic vibrations in cities that have MLK on their streets, man. And even this past Friday, you know, the weekend leading up to the Martin Luther King Day, so-called, it was a lot of demonic ass activity going on, man. Because, you know, Jake, they all Israel, okay, they look at Friday like a goddamn high holy day, man. And that's how you know that you're oppressed, because most people have Saturday and Sunday off. Okay, most people work through Monday through Friday, so they look at Friday as a holiday, man. You know? So Friday came, and leading up to Monday with the MLK Day, Jake was going crazy, man. All right? This is Jeremiah 23 and 25, right? Because he has that famous I have a dream speech, right? Well, the Lord warned us about this guy. Jeremiah 23 and 25, I have heard what the prophets said that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. Did not he say that in his speech, man? Like damn near verbatim. Verse 26, how long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart. And that's exactly what he was, a false prophet. I have a dream. And guess what? His dream was really a nightmare, man. Okay, because he not only was he rubbing elbows with the devil, he wanted all of Israel to rub hands with the devil, man. And then when it came to pass, then he wanted to be like, damn, I fucked up. We're integrating into a burning house. Going to show you that these dudes really are not shepherds, man. These dudes are really not leaders, man. The true leaders are the men of Yahweh Bashmal Shai. Okay? Those are the true leaders, the prophets. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Sirach Ecclesiasticus, chapter 44, start at verse 1. Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us. The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men of renown for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning. Meet for the people, wise and eloquent are their instructions. You see? Men of Yahweh Bashmal Shai. Those are the true leaders, man. Okay? Like sure say, all my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err. Martin Luther King was a leader of the so-called African-American nation, which we're not African-American, we're Israelites. Okay, of our respective tribes. But nonetheless, he was a so-called leader And guess what? He was a blind leader, leading the blind to the, to the ditch, man. Matthew 15:14, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch, man. And that's exactly what's going to happen for people who continue to follow false prophets and false leaders, man. And charlatans, okay? And puppets, man. Who are set up and who are sellouts, man. Okay? And another thing, too, the scriptures speak about what? Be not made an underling. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man. Okay, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Roughly paraphrasing. As the judges, so is his officers. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So guess what, man? Everybody who want to take heed to false leaders, guess what? You, just like that false leader, is going to be destroyed. Ezekiel 14:9-10. Okay? 2 Ezra 1:39. These are the true leaders. It says, 2 Ezra 1:39, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Oseas, Amos, and Micaiah, which is Micah. All right, Oseas, Hosea, Amos, and Micaiah, Micah, Joel, Abdias, Obadiah, and Jonas, all right, which is Jonah, Nahum, and Habakkuk, which is Habakkuk, Sophonias, which is Zephaniah, Aggeus, which is Haggai, Zachariah, which is Zechariah, and Malachi, or Malachi, which is the book of Malachi, right? Which is also called an angel of the Lord, right? So those are the true messengers. Those are the true leaders, the prophets, man. Okay? And guess what? Those same prophets are back here in their lot today. Some of them might be in a spirit realm. Some of them are here on earth. Okay? But nonetheless, the point being what, man? The prophets of Yahweh Shemashah, those are the true leaders, man. Through the spirit. Not Martin Luther King. He's a leader for the wicked. All right? And he's a puppet. Okay, so I believe the point has been made. The Lord warned us of guys like these, man, and this is just another false day. All right. Hey, anyways, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Chakadash, the bonus, the apostle, the great most, and every well. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom and above all.